In this video, we're going to be exploring the entire mansion in GTA Online. It's a huge place. I know some of you guys might get lost inside of the mansion. So I'm making this video to help you guys out, just to make it easier for you guys to navigate around your mansion. In this video, I'll be using the Vinewood Residence Mansion. The layout of all three mansions are quite similar, so you guys can have an idea where to go to. So we're gonna be starting at the entrance. We have one parking spot right outside of the main door. There's such a huge place here. I'm not sure why Rockstar are only giving us one spot. And if you go to the right side here, you'll see this huge garage door that will lead you to the parking garage that can store up to 20 vehicles. So moving your vehicles inside of the mansion garage is a little bit tricky. I'll be showing you guys later on in this video, which I'll explain how to move your vehicles inside of the garage as well as putting them up on your vehicle podium inside of your mansion. Alright, now let's enter the mansion through the main door. Alright, right as you enter, you'll see the main lobby with this huge statue or decoration in the middle of this space. Alright, if you turn right, you can actually go out, but we want to go to the living room just right next to this lobby. It's a nice cozy place with some sofas, a grand piano as well as a TV. Right next to this sofa, you'll see like a cat house. And if you interact with it, you can actually buy a cat that you can own in your mansion. You can only own a white cat, a calico, a ginger, a gray, or black cat. Alright, now let's move on to this grand piano. You can actually interact with it to change the background music inside of your mansion. Alright, multiple people can actually sit on top of your huge sofa here in the living room. And there's also a TV with a nice fireplace right here. Let's head outside real quick and turn right. You'll see a doghouse. If you interact with this doghouse, you can actually buy a dog that you can own inside of your mansion. We have a husky here that comes with 3 colors. We also have a poodle. Unfortunately, it just comes with white color. Next, we have a pug with multiple colors. A golden retriever. She looks really cute in multiple colors. And also the Rottweiler. This one looks exactly like Chop, which is Franklin's dog in the story mode, which looks really awesome right here. We also have a shepherd with multiple colors. And finally, we have a Westie with multiple colors as well. Alright, now let's backtrack a little bit. So to our left, this is our living room or the TV room. And we're back at our lobby here. And right next to our lobby is actually the dining hall with this nice dining table and chairs. There's nothing much you can do here though, other than just sitting around with your friends and guests. And that's pretty much about it. Alright, now next to the dining hall, it's gonna be your bar area or the kitchen area. Without the stove, I'm not sure why there's no place to cook. Maybe you cook your meal outside at the barbecue area, which I'm gonna show you guys later. So at this bar area, you can basically pour some drinks for your guests or you can drink yourself. Alright, now let's head outside. There's a nice place to hang out there by the fireplace. I'm not sure whether you can do barbecue there. There's also another fireplace right below next to the pool, as you can see right there. So there are going to be 2 swimming pools. One is the outdoor pool and another is the indoor pool, which I'm going to show you guys later. And there's also a jacuzzi right there. We're going to be exploring the outdoor pool and jacuzzi later on as well. Alright, near this kind of like balcony area, you have some weights or a gym area. You can actually interact with these weights to actually perform some reps. And you can interact with other machines as well as the yoga mat that will allow you to perform some sit-ups. Also, I noticed in another mansion, you can actually do yoga by interacting with the yoga mat. Alright, we're done exercising. Now I'm going to show you right next to our bar or kitchen area is basically our office. You can interact with the big screen in front of a desk. That's our AI assistant. From here, you can perform a fast travel to any other businesses that you own, which I think is such a very convenient feature. The next option is your business performance boost. There's a huge cooldown there, as you can see, it's like 19 hours. So here's another clip where you can actually choose one of your businesses that you want to boost and it will temporarily boost the production speed of that particular business. Your other AI options are like champagne service. You can also host party to public or your friends or your crew. You can exit the mansion via personal vehicle, a luxury vehicle, or a chopper. I'll show you guys how to ride the chopper right at the end of this video. Alright, talking about AI assistant, you can actually call your AI assistant if you're outside of your mansion property. If you're inside, you can't call your AI assistant. And you're going to have options such as calling for a limo service, a luxury vehicle service, or to boost the production of your business, which I've shown you guys earlier. Alright, now let's interact with your computer on your desk. It's basically like the main control panel or control center that we already have inside of our arcade to manage all our businesses from one location. Alright, now let's head over next door to the cigar room. The decorations are really nice. I really like this sofa or the couch in this area. Basically, you can sit down and then you can just smoke the cigar. Alright, so basically that's all the places or locations on this floor. We're going to go around. There's going to be a staircase that will lead downstairs. We're basically at the topmost floor right here. And also there's a golden elevator right here. We'll have three options to go to the lower level or the basement 1 or basement level 2. I think we're going to be using the staircase instead. But before we do that, I'm just going to show you this real quick. There's another door that will lead you outside. And there's another staircase that will lead you downstairs as well to the external area. This will lead you to the pool. So now we're going to get back inside and use this staircase down. There's the golden elevator once again. And we're going to head left. You'll see two doors that will lead to our bedroom. Let's take the door to our left. This is going to be our closet area where you can change your outfits and clothing. And then there'll be like this small sink area and another small section with a chair here just to see the view, I guess. Now let's go to our right. Now we are inside of our bedroom. There's this nice lounge area with 3 chairs and a table. And that's our cozy bed. And this door right next to our bed will lead us outside. As you can see, the 2 doors that we've seen earlier. Alright, right next to our bedroom, it's gonna be our barber or salon, as well as the tattoo guy is gonna be there as well. I guess this is to make changing our appearances much easier. As you can see, we can just change our tattoo right away. And also change our hairstyle or the beard style without having to go to the nearest tattoo parlor or the barber. Alright, this is probably my favorite spot inside of the mansion. Right next to the salon or the tattoo place, we have our indoor swimming pool. Right at the end, there's a small table with a towel. You can interact with it to actually equip or use your wardrobe. Alright, this is the main lobby of the lower floor. At the very front, we have the trophy area, which I'll be covering that on how to unlock all the trophies in another video. There's also this map right in the middle of this hall. And right at the corner here, that's the podium vehicle. I'll be showing you guys how to put a vehicle on top of this podium later on when I explain about the parking garage. Alright, right next to the podium, we have a door that will lead you downstairs. But before that, we're going to be going to the door opposite of the podium vehicle, which will lead you to the theater room. It's a nice and cozy place for you and your guests to watch movies and also enjoy that popcorn. Alright, there are more doors here right opposite of the movie room or the theater room. We have the guest room. We have a nice bed here. And there's another door that will lead you to the closet where you can actually change your outfits and also clothing. Alright, now let's head back outside. Alright, to the left of the guest room, there's another door that will lead you to the arcade, which is another banger room. You can interact with the orange panel and it will allow you to put any of the arcade machines or the games on any position. So just pay attention to the bottom right of your screen. You can actually move to the next slot and then just pick and choose whichever arcade machine that you want to place at that slot. Alright, now we can finally go down to the lower basement 1 level. Alright, here you'll find more doors. Let's go to the door at the very end. You'll find yourself inside of this mini nightclub where you have a dance hall and also a bar. Alright, right outside of the mini nightclub, you turn right. This is basically the Armory, where you can customize your weapons and also gear. Alright, there are so many doors. I myself might get lost here inside of my own mansion. So this door will lead you to the garden, which is outside. You're gonna go there later. Alright, at the end of this hallway, there's the vehicle workshop. But before that, I'm gonna show you guys the vault. Right now, the vault has nothing to do in game. It's currently filled with a ton of money as well as some gold bars there. Maybe Rockstar will allow us to perform some heists in the future so we can store our goods here. That's just a speculation. But if there's a connection from our vault to something like a heist, that would be really amazing. Alright, this is our vehicle workshop, which will allow us to customize our vehicle. And if you interact with this huge garage door, it will lead us to our 20 slot vehicle garage. Alright, now I'm going to explain to you guys how to move your vehicle inside of your parking garage as well as the podium. To move your vehicle inside of your mansion, podium, or the garage, it's going to be a little bit tricky. I'm going to show you right here. Just call out any car and then you want to drive your car to your mansion gate and there'll be a short animation. For some reason, I can't drive in a police car. I'm not sure whether this is intended or not. If it's a bug, we might have to report this to Rockstar. So once your car's inside the mansion, to move your car inside of the garage or the podium, it's gonna be a little bit tricky. As I said, you can't just get in your car and then press W or move forward. It'll bring your car outside. So basically, you just have to go to your garage and once inside, walk into the blue circle and press interact or left D-pad. From here, you can move your car from outside into your garage. And right after that, to move your vehicle to the podium, you have to select that car inside of your garage when you're standing inside this blue circle. Choose that vehicle and you can see at the bottom right, there's an option to move it to your podium. Once you've done that, your vehicle should be on your podium inside of your mansion. I'm just going to show you the directions here on how to get to your podium. Just in case for you guys that don't know, it's going to be located at the lower levels. If you head over to the elevator, just go to the lower levels and you'll see the podium is going to be right here and your car is going to be there for showcase inside of your mansion. Alright, we're going to be using the door to the garden now, which will lead us to the pool area. Upon exiting this door, you'll immediately find yourself near the jacuzzi. And there's also a mini bar right here. You can interact behind of the mini bar to actually serve drinks. Now let's go to the pool area. And there's also another bigger bar right here. At the corner here, there's a nice lounge area with a fireplace with a nice view towards the amphitheater. You can also sit down and relax to enjoy the sun and the view near the swimming pool. I think I've shown you guys almost all of the locations inside of a new mansion. Finally, before we end, I'm just going to show you guys the chopper area. So there are two ways to get to the chopper. The first way is just to go to your office area. Once you're inside your office, interact with your AI assistant, and there's an option to actually exit by using the chopper. I'm just going to land the chopper back down again, and I'll show you another way to get to the rooftop. So there's a staircase here that will lead you downstairs to the TV room or the living room. And that's pretty much about our mansion tour today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and also subscribe to the channel for more future GTA Online Mansions content. This is Joe and I'll see you guys next time.